Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is a mix of life updates and a chance to introduce you to the three cats who share my home. It's been about a week since I've recorded anything, and a lot has happened. I've mostly been searching for jobs and feeling pretty distracted, but today felt like the right day to sit down and talk. The first major update is that I ended up taking Cooper to the vet for his skin issue. I'll talk more about this later in the video, but let's just suffice to say it went great and he is healing up nicely. For the 4th of July, I went out to a park with my daughter to watch the fireworks. It was a really nice night, and I will share a little footage of that later in the video. It felt good to get out, though we did end up getting eaten alive by bugs. And for the job update, I had an interview for a groundskeeper position that went really well. The guy even called me back afterwards and asked if I wanted to lead a small crew. That job starts in about 3 weeks, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm also getting help with rent for August, which means I won't have to move, hopefully. So in general, all positive news this week for a change. And now let's meet Nelson, Bella, and Cooper. So Nelson is the tabby with white, almost like a calico tabby looking cat. He and Cooper are both around 12 to 13 years old. Overall, he's a sweet, loving, honestly just a big dumb guy in the best possible way. His main issue is that he eats everything: food, wires, cords, strings, basically anything he can chew on. I've never had any issue with it as far as like anything getting stuck inside of him, thankfully. I know that's an issue a lot of people have had with their cats, but luckily, whatever he swallows, he either throws it up or he poops it out. So thank goodness for that. Other than that, he's super chill. He sleeps a lot, doesn't get bothered by much, and he loves exploring the backyard for exercise. His favorite thing in the entire world is belly rubs, surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly. He'll basically flop over and stretch out, and he'll demand them like it's your job to do it. So that's like his signature move. Nelson and Bella don't really get along. They tolerate each other for the most part, but Bella will sometimes try to play fight with him, and he absolutely hates it. Cooper doesn't really like it either. Nelson mostly wants to be left alone to nap and eat. Basically, that's his whole vibe. As for his name, when my ex-wife and I adopted Nelson and Cooper, The Big Bang Theory was a popular show. Cooper was named after Sheldon Cooper, and Nelson just kind of sounded like it fit the nerdy vibe. So, and funny enough, Nelson actually reminds me of Nelson from The Simpsons. He was kind of a bully towards Cooper when they were younger, so the name ended up fitting perfectly. So, Bella has the most complicated story. She's almost 3 years old now. She was born feral in the woods by my parents' property. My mom traps the stray cats up there to get them fixed, but the mothers usually avoid the traps, so kittens keep being born, unfortunately. Most don't survive, but Bella did. So my mom got her fixed, got her shots, and found her a home. She lived with her owner for about a year until her owner tragically passed away from cancer. While she was in the hospital, my mom asked me to take care of Bella at her apartment. When her owner didn't come back, I brought Bella home with the plan that my son and his girlfriend would adopt her. But when my son joined the army, with him being away at boot camp and then soon to be deployed, it made more sense for Bella to stay with me. She's been with me for almost 2 years now. When she first came to me, she was defensive. She was scratching, biting, pretty much like attacking out of nowhere. Over time, she's warmed up. She sleeps next to me every night, and she's become incredibly sweet as long as I pay attention to her signals. I could tell when she's getting overstimulated, and I just kind of back off at that point. She's playful, vocal, curious, and she has the cutest meow. I'm hoping one day I can get that on video somehow. Bella's favorite thing is water. Not being in water per se, but being around it. She loves watching it, playing with it, dipping her paws in it, and exploring anything that drips or splashes, basically. She's fascinated by it. So like if I'm taking a shower, she'll get in between the shower liner and the curtain and just kind of hang out. Her and Cooper both actually really like water. So at the very least, they'll both come in the bathroom. I can never shower with the door closed, pretty much. Her absolute favorite thing is her Hello Kitty pillow. That's where she takes all her naps. It's like her little safe spot, and she curls up on it every single day. It's like her personal throne. She also loves being outside, but unlike Nelson and Cooper, who stay in the yard, she likes to wander, which honestly kind of worries me. When I move, I'm hoping I can break that habit and maybe have a screen porch so all three can enjoy being outside safely. That's how it used to be here, but eventually she learned how to push that screen out. And even now, if I fix the screen, well, the screen is fixed, but with the screen fixed, she'll start clawing at it. She'll climb at it. So I kind of I let them out. Bella and Cooper have become good friends. They get along well and seem comfortable around each other. Bella and Nelson, not so much. Kind of mostly just tolerate each other. You probably see me feeding Bella up on the counter. I do that because she can be a little anxious around the other two. I think she feels safer eating higher up, away from them, so I started doing that. So since I started doing that, she eats slower. She doesn't rush, and then she doesn't make herself sick. If she eats too fast, she'll immediately throw up. But of course, even with all that, she'll sometimes hop down and finish the other cat's food if they left anything behind. So she's still Bella, curious, always checking what everyone else is doing. Her name originally was Anastasia, but my son's girlfriend renamed her to Bella. Honestly, I didn't love the name at first, but it stuck, so now she's Bella. Alright, and finally Cooper. Cooper is the black-brown tabby you've seen a little bit in past videos. He's kind of hard to get on video, honestly, but he and Nelson are brothers, like I said, same litter, adopted at the same time. Cooper's smaller. I think he was probably the runt, but incredibly sweet, very nervous. I think most of his issues come from that anxiety. He used to have a lot of urinary blockages caused by struvite crystals. At one point, I couldn't afford the emergency treatment and had to sign him over to the vet. Thankfully, they called me a day or two later and said they decided to treat him for free and that I could come pick him up. So that was honestly like a miracle, because I wouldn't have him now. His main issue now is his skin. About every 3 to 6 months, he'll start licking his belly and scratching his ears until the skin breaks and actually gets infected. Then he needs antibiotics and a steroid shot, and that clears it up. This last flare-up happened right after I spent a night away, which makes me think it's a nervous habit, and then it just kind of spirals. Cooper is extremely smart. He knows how to open doors. And his absolute favorite thing in the world is rotisserie chicken. If I bring any home, he knows before I even open the container. He's on the counter, he's meowing, he like comes to life when he smells the rotisserie chicken. It's pretty funny. Cooper and Bella have actually become friends over time. They get along well, and she seems to trust him more than she trusts Nelson. She'll sometimes try to play fight with him, but Cooper doesn't really like it. He tolerates it, but he's not a fan. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video and getting to know the cats a little better. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm aiming for 1 to 2 videos a week at this point, but once I start working again, I'm not sure how that schedule will change, but I will do my best to keep posting. I also want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has watched, liked, and commented on my videos so far. It really means a lot to me. That first video got way more attention than I ever imagined it would, and honestly, I think that's pretty awesome. Your support has really been encouraging. Honestly, I don't even know if I would have done this video if I hadn't gotten such response from the first one, and the second one too, actually. If you have any questions about me, the cats, or anything going on in my life, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them in the next video. Oh, and for the person who asked, I was born and raised in Central Florida and have lived here my whole life. Someday I'd love to explore more of the US, maybe even other countries, but traveling is honestly really tough for me, so we'll see. Alright guys, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.